Hi everyone, Fresco Kinos here. The last lecture for AC 262, LinkedIn profile. So the great thing about the LinkedIn profile is it allows you to really represent who you are, tell your story, your brand image, and it also brings together all the things that we've been doing in class, because your LinkedIn profile can have links to all the things that you've been doing, like your web portfolio, your sizzle reel, your logo, your resume. Everything can be really integrated into that profile. So it is the multimedia presentation culmination of the work that you've been doing. And when you're looking for a job, obviously LinkedIn is a great kind of hub to help you to get a clearinghouse and get your wants out there. And also you can find jobs right on LinkedIn and apply to them right there. So let's begin by taking a look at the folder I created for you. If you go to the, let me set you up over here, week by week folders here, and then go down, here's our LinkedIn profile. So I put a couple of tips about writing your summary here, and this is a really great one about optimizing your profile. So the thing about optimizing your profile is really to kind of look at all of the areas that you can add information to, and there's a lot of them. So you don't have to go crazy doing everything at once. There are certainly some key ones that you want to do for the assignment, and make sure you have those in place, and then you can continue to add and kind of cultivate and service your account so that it is always current and updated, depending on if you switch jobs or you create new media. All kinds of things can go on. So you want to really, service that account. It should be the social media you go to first. Forget about your, fun social media stuff. Go to your LinkedIn one, get the job done first, and then have some fun on Insta or Facebook or whatever. So there's some other stuff here, LinkedIn for Dummies. I give you a couple of the chapters from there that I think work really nicely. I made a video on LinkedIn's job search feature so that you can optimize that. And then finally, here's where the assignment goes. So what you want to do is paste your LinkedIn profile link there. So let's take a look at, here's my LinkedIn profile. And one of the things you're going to see right at top, obviously, is the photos. And I think that that is something that's really critical to get started with. So engagement, you'll be able to see yourself. I have a shot of me here in the FIT studio. Kind of wanted to get the equipment in there, but LinkedIn really recommends a larger, face photo where your face is taking up about 60% of the screen. So I did give you guys that headshot thing. If you didn't take advantage of it, you could take your own headshot and bring it into a program like Adobe Creative Cloud Express or Canva. Actually, Creative Cloud Express is the way to go. With the free account, you can remove the background. So remove the background, then maybe bring it into another piece of software like Canva and add a background. Or, get a shot that's in a background that you like. The other thing is this banner photo. So this banner photo you can create in Canva. I recommend that in the free version. There's all kinds of great templates there, and you can pretty much create your own. So I added the FIT logo, I added this shot of FIT, I put a little headline in there that describes, the department, little kind of tag here, #1 marketing communications program in the nation. We're certified. So there's all kinds of stuff. Maybe I crowded it up a little too much, but the idea is don't, first of all, don't keep it the generic kind of gray background, and don't just put something, that's non-descriptive, like a gradient or something like that. Use this to enhance your overall message and your brand. Okay, so to edit these guys, you click on the pen. Anywhere you want to edit, you want to do that. The next thing is to edit your profile over here and URL. So LinkedIn gives you the kind of cryptic, weird URL in the beginning, but you'll notice that I've changed mine to my name. So obviously that's going to make a lot of sense, right? And they let you do that for free, which is nice. You can also add your profile in another language if you're thinking about, studying or working abroad. And then over here, the pronouns are there. You can add a pronunciation of your name too. You have to do that on the mobile app. So on the mobile app, if you just hold down on your profile picture, you'll get the way to add a little audio clip that will allow you to record your name. You don't want to have someone be embarrassed by pronouncing your name wrong, right? You can also add a little cover video there, and that's a 30-second maximum video. It's kind of like your elevator pitch, where you'll come alive in this profile and be on video. So that might be something interesting that you can do too. You have to do that on your mobile app also. Okay, as I scroll down here, what else do I've got? We get your education. I've got some hashtags as a content creator of things that I might post so that people can follow me. And you can also click on this open to, and that will allow you to add some job prospects. And then you can get that banner in there that says open to work, or if you're hiring. So that might be something that you'd want to add in there. Obviously your activity is there. I like the location. Make sure you have your location of New York, New York, or wherever you are. But it's good to have your location so people know where you are and how to find you. I have some activities posted here, and again, this is something that you can kind of be an influencer on LinkedIn. So if your specialty is social media, you can post things that you've done and add them in there. You can post what's called rich media, which means any kind of photos, video, stuff like that. So you can see stuff like that is there. For instance, maybe your sizzle reel would go there. It could also be part of a section called featured. So to add sections, you just go here, add profile section, and the core ones are there. Those are the ones that are really kind of there by default. And then recommended, here's add featured. Licenses and certification, maybe some interesting courses that you've taken, recommendations also. So again, the idea is to try to maximize, optimize all of these. The more you kind of put, you don't want to overload it, but if you've done some great accomplishments, you want to make sure that they're there. So honors and awards, test scores, languages that you speak, organizations that you belong to, causes, volunteer work, all of these things can play a significant role. A lot of people say something like, oh, why should I add volunteer work, or why should I add, a hobby in there? But you never know. Maybe the recruiter is also a great chef or an amateur chef, and they can relate to that. And putting down that you're a chef, even though you're a social media marketer, also shows that you are a stickler for detail. You know how to create something out of lots of parts. So you do some great shopping, and then you put together a really cool meal. You know how to design it and present it and make it look nice on the plate. You know about timing to get all the ingredients, cooked at the right time. You know about things like temperature control, so meticulous about, the process and the workflow. And maybe that can relate to, some other thing like video editing, because it has that same kind of thing about, starting from lots of different things and bringing them all together into a finished dish. A lot of times in my classes, I make, the analogy of raw and cooked. So kind of, even though you're working on an Excel dashboard, the idea of, here's the raw version and the cooked version. So it's a fun kind of analogy. And everybody can relate to cooking and eating, and because we do it every day, right? Okay, so what else might you want to do in there and add to your profile? Your about section. So this is kind of like your summary. Your kind of objective might be there. Tell us a little bit about you. Everybody likes a story. So, if you make it a little bit more of a kind of storyline, that can work. And then thinking about, posting your resume. Well, your LinkedIn is different from your resume. I wouldn't just slap your resume up there. I think what you want to do is excerpt parts of your resume and put them into these various sections in LinkedIn. So, what we just kind of talked about, some goes in experience, some goes in education, all those kind of different places. So, the other thing I just wanted to mention is that when you think about resume and LinkedIn, LinkedIn is kind of a general thing that's going to be up there for everybody to see. You might be someone who is a radio, television, podcast, internet, social media, and you've got a little bit of everything in there. But then on your resume, if you're looking at a job where someone is saying, I need an audio engineer who knows how to record podcasts, you would then kind of customize that resume so that it really fits that particular role. So see the difference? Resume, very customized, updated to the job description that you're actually looking for, along with a great cover letter. And then the LinkedIn profile, kind of more generalizing, looking at various different things that you could do or you could be interested in. So when you're networking. Okay, go to town with it, and let me know if you need any help. Let me know if you need a recommendation. I can certainly, help you out with that. Endorsements, if you've done some work in class and, maybe you've created a great video and you put that down, I can endorse you and say, I've worked with this person. They've created a great video, that I've used or they've used or a client has used. So, it is always expanding too. So every time I go into LinkedIn, they add new features and they add new capabilities and things like that. So it's kind of something that you want to visit pretty often and, know your tribe in there and post some stuff to become an influencer and kind of just get known on LinkedIn. And, I have to do, work like that every day. So I think it really helps you to get your brand out there, and your profile is something that people will see pretty much right away. So a recruiter might get your resume. One of the first things they're probably going to do is look for your LinkedIn profile. So again, this is the culmination of everything we've been doing in class. Take it seriously. I know most of you probably have LinkedIn profiles already, but you probably haven't optimized. So I want you to kind of really take a look at all of the capabilities that LinkedIn offers and make sure you take advantage of them. And you can always, delete stuff and edit it to your, kind of desire and your current situation as you go along. So LinkedIn is just a great thing, and it is free, so you can't beat it. I mean, they do have a premium service, but the free version is very robust and allows you to do lots of different things. So get in there and do it, and let me know if you need anything.